How's it going? So I'm getting close to finishing up on the Vespa. Last weekend I took the exhaust off, fixed the rust, but didn't put it back on yet because I wanted to take the wheels off. So this week I'm going to be taking the wheels off the bike, spraying them black, putting a clear coat on them, put them back on the bike, and then put the exhaust back on. Very close to finishing this bike. The first thing you need to do is close down the rear brake to lock the wheel in place using a cable tie. Then, using a long nose pliers, remove the cotter pin. Remove the small cover to reveal the 24mm axle nut. Use a 24mm socket along with a breaker bar to loosen the rear wheel nut. You can take the rear brake straps off now. And with a little rocking back and forth, the rear wheels should just come right off. While you have the rear wheel off, it's a good chance to look at the rear brake pads to see if they need to be changed. These don't. Moving to the front of the bike, we can now start to take the front wheel off. I sprayed on muck off to remove any dirt or grease. And after giving it a minute, I wiped the wheel down with a microfiber cloth. Then I used Sonax wheel cleaner to remove any of the residue left from the brake discs. And again, wipe down with a microfiber cloth. On the rear wheel, you have to be careful to not spray any of the areas that come into contact with the drum brake, so I taped up those areas before starting. Then I put down the first coat of Dupli-color high-performance wheel coating. After a couple of more coats, I put on Dupli-color wheel glass clear coat to protect the finish. I did 3 coats of clear coat in a 30-minute period. Now with everything done, it was time to put the wheels back on the bike. To tighten the rear wheel nut, I set my torque wrench to 80 foot-pounds. It's a 24mm socket. Then I carefully put the cotter pin back in and bent it around so it was secure. Time to put the front wheel back on. To put the exhaust back on, I held it up in position and lightly tightened one of the screws on the side of the bike. Then I tightened the manifold to the underside of the engine. The best way to do this is to put one hand under the bike and put one hand around under the hatch between your legs when you sit on the bike. So I'm so close to having this Vespa finished. The last step is to put all the pieces back on that I've been spraying over these weeks. In the next episode I'm going to be doing that. If you really want to see it, please like and subscribe.